Hello, everybody, and welcome. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Getting Over It. A new series on the channel. No, I was just streaming, and I was just thinking I should instead of streaming this with all the other games I stream, I should make this its own series. So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm probably gonna keep this one up. I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the support you guys have given me on the channel. I feel like I need to humble myself a little bit by playing this. So, yeah, I noticed that I get very irritated by games. And I've been getting pretty irritated easily, and I feel like this is something I need to humble myself with. So I was originally going to do this in the last live stream I was just doing, but I decided to make this a series, like I said. So, yeah.
Why did I make this?
I have the music off because I don't want to get copyrighted. Because I know there's copyrighted music in this. I'm pretty sure. So, I'm gonna load it up. And we're just gonna get right into it, man. I've become very irritable recently. And I don't know why. So, yeah. Link to the game will be in the description down below if you want to play it for yourself. Here's my settings. Music is down, motion blur is off. I don't know if that matters or not. Is there better quality? There's extreme. I'm just gonna keep it on great. Everything's fine. So, I have seen this game before. I just want to say that. I have. I've watched it quite a bit, but I've never played it. So, yeah. I'm just gonna get right into it. Sorry, I'm like all over the place. I'm kind of excited. Okay, why? The movement feels so weird already. Yep. Doesn't something actually happen when you keep doing this? Oh my goodness, I don't know how to feel about this movement. This is really weird. I've always seen people play this and be like, oh, this doesn't seem too difficult. What did you just say? Alright, we're actually doing decent right now. Oh my god, this movement's weird. I'm gonna make myself have more room on my desk. Oh, okay. I'm flipping, going all over the place. I haven't heard him talk at all yet, dude. Where's Bennett Foddy? This is Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy.
There's no feeling more intense than starting over.
Yeah, there he is.
If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute. If you won some money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red but it came up black. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it. If you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view. Starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back. I'll be here.
Yeah, dude, I'll remember that. There's Bennett Foddy.
Alright, thanks for coming with me on this trip.
Yeah, dude, this game's easy, bro.
Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. And don't worry, I'll save your progress, always. Even your mistakes.
Thanks, man. I'm sure I'm gonna make a mistake
This game is a homage
soon.
to a free game that came out in 2002, titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazuo,
there it
a
is.
mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found
I remember that
objects.
game, Sexy
Designers
Hiking.
slap
I
them
didn't play it
together
though.
very quickly
I only
and freely.
heard
And they're
about it
often
because of
too
him. Thank you
rough
guys for
and
the like.
unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products.
I only heard about that game through Bennett
In
Foddy.
a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect.
I feel like I've
embodiment
seen
of
somebody
game.
play it though in
It's
elementary
built
when I
almost
was like really
entirely out
young.
of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it,
Yeah.
your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor.
It is
No
kind
amount
of
of
cool.
forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery,
Oh,
and the player
okay.
is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything. Anyway,
I'm not
when you
gonna
start
lie, I'm
Sexy
doing
Hiking,
decent.
you
I'm
stand
kind of
next to this
surprised.
dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke.
Bro, I already
you're
got over
exploring
that
the
tree
limits of
like
your
within
reach
like the
and your
first
strength,
3 minutes.
trying to find a way up and over.
But I
There's
don't
a
know if I'm
sense
gonna
of
make it up
truth
this
in
hill.
that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in Sexy Hiking is real.
Yeah, dude. So I'm only 6 minutes in and I'm doing I think I'm doing okay. I thought this was gonna be like so much worse. But I feel like I'm getting the hang of it somewhat. I think it's just about instead of like taking your time, you just do it, bro. Like you just do it. You know what I mean? You don't think, you just do. Okay, that part's actually kind of difficult though. Also, I keep pushing myself off. I do have to think a little bit. I'm sure I'll have to think harder later. So what we do is we do this. Okay. And then boom.
No.
See, that rock is kind of difficult, and I'm trying to think of how I'm supposed to get through that. Get that cup out of here. Yep. Hey, Cadden, how's it going? I've seen the strategies people do in this as well, so I do have a bit of experience with that. But like I said, I've never touched this game myself. I remember watching Markiplier doing this, and I think that was like one of the last series I think I've ever really watched from Markiplier. Damn, okay. You know, I could be here for hours and hours. I could be doing something different with my life right now. But instead, I am putting myself through this. Okay, that was kind of quick, though. I still don't know if the movement's in my favor or not. Like, I don't know if I like this movement or if I need slower. What is trackpad turning? Is that just faster movement? I don't know if I like that any better. Your personal best in this game is 2 minutes and 54 seconds? Dang. You're not gonna like me then, because this is my first time playing. I don't think this is making it better for me or not. Like, I don't know if I like this. I think I'm gonna go.
You just lost a lot.
No, I didn't, dude. I didn't lose that much progress. I've been losing the same progress for a while now.
Of progress. That's a deep frustration, a real punch in the gut.
Can I have mod? No. Sorry. I only give, like, real life friends mod. hold on. Hold on. I think I got it. I don't got it.
Oof, sorry about that.
Bro, why are you apologizing? Don't apologize. It's not your fault, man. Come on, Bennett Foddy. Bro, I'm sorry that you got that name, dude. I'm sorry you're born with that name, Bennett Foddy. It's really unfortunate, man. I'm just kidding. I feel like Bennett Foddy probably got, like, a lot of hate for making this game. Just like the guy who made Flappy Bird. They got, like, death threats and stuff. Which is really sad. Imagine being that mad over a game. You gotta send death threats. Guys, it's all about perseverance. I've been saying this. You keep learning each time you go. Except it doesn't seem like I'm learning anything. I don't feel like I'm learning anything. Bennett Foddy, you always like portray yourself as this smart guy. This guy who knows so many things and has so much wisdom. But yet you keep sprouting nonsense that everybody knows. When they're like 10. You're not a philosopher. You're just Bennett Foddy, dude. There's nothing wrong with that, man. You just made a game. Which is cool. It's a good game. But you're not Sisyphus, dude. I feel like I'm about to be, though.
Oh, it happened again. Keep on trying. Don't let it get to you.
Yeah, dude. It's getting to me now. It's actually not. I'm not that mad. It's okay, guys. I'm not mad. Okay. See, this is what I'm gonna struggle with. What if I do this? What if I just do this? See, he doesn't move with it, so it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have the same speed as the mouse itself, it seems like. Well, right now he seems pretty quick. No, I understand why you took me away as mod. Yeah, it's nothing personal. I just did it because I only, did it with, like, personal friends. You're a good mod, though, so don't worry. And you've been on my channel longer than any other viewer, so I do, like, really respect you. Guys, I did it. I shouldn't get too cocky, though. That's the thing, because I did make it here. That really doesn't mean nothing. Because I could fall down here again, like 50 more times, before I actually progress. I don't know if I actually dislike this mouse sensitivity, though. The thing is, I'm worried about, like, being worse than other YouTubers when it comes to this game. But I just gotta focus on me. Bennett Foddy, is that you making these noises? That pipe, dude, that pipe's gonna mess me up forever, dog. You see, I can't rely on luck when it comes to this game. I might get lucky, but it's all about the skill and perseverance. See, I got lucky there, and I'm probably gonna fall like 50 billion more times. So now let's lock in a little bit.
The obstacles in sexy hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is
Yeah,
just essential
dog.
to the act
That's so
of
cool,
climbing,
dude. I
and
love
it's
sexy
authentic to the
hiking.
process of building a game about climbing.
Good for you, man.
A funny thing happened to me as I was building this mountain. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring
We're only
myself to
15
make it
minutes
easier.
in. Why am I
It already
whining?
felt like my inability to get past the new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real. Oh no. Oh. Oh. Oh.
See this barrel? It's actually a blessing. Yeah!
This thing that we call failure is not the falling down, but the staying down.
You know what, dog? You're right. You've come a long way since I started, Dad. Yeah, I only had 39 subscribers when you first were here. You've been like, I think the longest time subscriber, like, that's like stayed around. I think a lot of people from back then kind of left. So I really appreciate you. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones! Guys, I'm gonna show you. Sorry, I can't hear that song. I got music off. I would play like some lo-fi music or something, but everything's copyrighted. Everything's copyrighted now, dude. My first subscriber was my mom. And then I think my second was my stepdad, and then the third was Chris. I never really thought I'd make it this far, and you know, the whole thing. Thank you guys for 2 likes. Really appreciate it. You know, I'm filled with determination. See that? That's I see. That's messing me up. You know, failure's not like falling down as it is giving up. You know? Also, I keep like pushing myself down by accident. I think maybe I need to like... Let's see. Let me mess around with the mouse settings a little bit. Because I want it to be fast, but I don't want it to be too fast, you know? Okay, I see what my issue is with this barrel. Maybe I was doing better with faster sensitivity, actually. We gotta hit down a little bit, actually. This barrel, I think what we gotta do is get our hammer on this barrel to help us up, like I just did. There we go. It's all about getting back up after you fall down. I ain't no failure. Maybe I am. Maybe I am a failure. Now hold on, son. Okay, yeah. Thank you guys for 3 likes. I'm really sorry that I'm putting you guys through this right now. But I am learning. Hey, there we go. See? I know what I need to do. I'm just bad at doing it. Y'all see what I just did? That was cool, but it was actually the most fun thing we have playing Minecraft together. That was fun. I do miss playing Minecraft with viewers, and I wouldn't mind opening an SMP again if I had, like, people who were willing to moderate it. And, I don't really want kids in there again, because, I didn't really like playing with, like, a bunch of random people that I didn't really know. So if I got some, like, decent moderation... Because we had the hackers and stuff, and they kind of ruined it for everybody else. And then they were, like, kids, and I don't really want to play Minecraft with a bunch of children. I wouldn't mind playing, like, with a lot of, like, maybe some real life friends or something, though. That would be fun. Like, friends I know a little bit better. And have, like, scripted story events or something. I don't know, man. Thank you guys for 4 likes. That's crazy. I'm really sorry that I'm putting you guys through this suffering. You know, I watch people, like, go through this game really fast. It's impressive, and I don't get it. They just go... I remember seeing, like, speedruns of this game. The dude got the golden cauldron. Oh boy! I love video games! How long is this going to take for me to learn? What if we just go really slow, like this? Instead. Like this. Now let's settle down, let's take a breath. Let's try that again. You gotta move yourself. You gotta move yourself down. And you gotta move yourself up. Just like this. Now we are going a little too fast for my liking. We're gonna slowly pull ourselves up. We're gonna slowly go down. Like so. We're gonna try to move ourselves a little closer like this. Then we're gonna slowly but surely move ourselves up this paddle. We're gonna flip in, jump, and then we're gonna come up here. Then, and then we're gonna settle down. Settle down! Oh. Like this. I think we need to launch ourselves over this house. Like this. But we also need to grab the top. And not push ourselves off. Hello, welcome. How's it going?
No. You can hit the escape key if you need to change the mouse sensitivity.
Man, shut up, Bennett Foddy. And, let's settle down. Climb over. You know what, I'm not gonna say it, but that, the stripes on that house are a little odd. Now watch this.
If you need to take a break, it's okay. I've saved your progress.
I really appreciate the 4 likes. Okay, now let's slow down. Not that much. Let's not slow down so much we go back to the beginning again.
No.
You know, maybe it is better if it's slower. You know what I mean? Because we can launch ourselves. What's gonna suck is catching ourselves back in case we fall or something. Okay, this actually might be a good mouse sensitivity because now I'm doing it. It might not be the mouse sensitivity, it might be me. Because you can technically get comfortable with like any sensitivity. If you're good enough, you can get comfortable with anything. In any situation, if you're good enough and have enough patience to learn how to adapt, and if your perseverance is good enough, you will overcome obstacles that you may have seen as impossible. Now you see, I'm sweating. My hands are sweating. But dude. I've never been
When
here.
you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas. And that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with, and in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world. Not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
I wish my #1 hater was here right now. I miss them. You see, I think this rock, like, messes with you. Like, it makes you think you have to get on it, but, like, if you look at the trajectory of, like, pushing yourself up from it, it just seems like it would, like, mess you up. One movement at a time, y'all. See, watch. We're gonna go right here. Here. And we're gonna... Yeah, see, that's what messes you up with it, unless you do this. Hey, wait a minute. I think I discovered a new strategy. Never mind. I think I discovered a new strategy. Yeah, dog, you didn't do nothing, dude. You suck! Now get on the rock! Get on the rock! The rock. The rock. The rock. What are you doing, son? What are you doing, son? I'm moving. And I'm locking in. Don't go over that. I know what happens if you fall on that side of the hill. It's not good. You get down from there, son.
You've done this part before. You know it's possible. Just do what you did the first time.
Shut up. Yeah, I know it is possible, dude, because you can't make a game that's impossible to play. Can you? Can you make a game that's just impossible to play? If you're having a real rough day, I wouldn't recommend playing this. Yeah, dog, I'll show you a real rough day. So why do I just slide down like that, bro? Like, I just lose everything. Like, Like, I lost my job, I lost my family. It's all gone. One grab at a time. Okay, we take this slow. See, we do this, and then we move up, like so. And we, like this. Scoot ourselves up onto the rock. Nope, that's not gonna work. No, no, calm down. Move ourselves onto the rock. And then we put ourselves... Nope, okay. And we just decide to stop playing around and we just go up. Okay, never mind. The hammer is an object of its own. You see, the hammer and the cauldron, they're both different. The hammer moves you. And the cauldron, it's you. Huh. I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to get through this. I think I see something. I think I see something, actually. I think I see something that I can use. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Now we go very slowly. This is how you're supposed to play. This is how Bennett Foddy played the game. You have to be constantly thinking about every single movement you make. Hold on now! Sorry, I got excited. Yep, dude. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, hold on now. I actually don't want to go down there. Oh my god, I'm stuck, guys. It's okay, guys. I have a professional now. I play video games. Bennett Foddy, help me. Get me away from these people. Bennett Foddy, please. My life is like a video game, trying hard to beat the stage. All the while I'm still collecting coins.
For years now, people have been predicting that games would soon be made out of prefabricated objects, bought in a store and assembled into a world. And for the most part, that hasn't happened, because the objects in the stores are trash. I don't mean they look bad or that they're badly made, although a lot of them are. I mean they're trash in the way that food becomes trash as soon as you put it in the sink. Things are made to be consumed and used in a certain context, and once the moment is gone, they transform into garbage. In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds.
My genuine reaction whenever he talks. I'm just kidding. Look at this, guys. Look at this place. It is a trash place. It's absolutely a mess. Bennett Foddy, clean this place up. Guys, the hammer. Oh, the hammer! I don't really get mad anymore. Never mind, I get mad now. Never mind. I get mad now. I don't really get mad. I think I lose my mind. I go insane.
The soul would have no rainbow had the eyes no tears. John Vance. Fuck out of here!
This is awkward. Shut up, man. Nobody even said anything. Yeah, how about you get some original barrel designs? How about you get some original explosive barrel designs, Bennett Foddy, instead of using Valve? Oh, how about that? Nobody would notice that I used the barrels from Half-Life 2 in the background. I'm not even really mad, dude. I'm not. I'm just being silly. I don't want people to think I'm mad and, like, worry about me. I'm not angry, guys. I swear. Did you guys know that Bennett Foddy made these sound effects himself? He, like, asked his friend to punch him in the side. Like, right in his kidney. He's like, I need to make a game, and the guy grunting, I need somebody to come and punch me in my kidney. So I can have accurate sounding sound effects. Because I'm an indie game developer and I like putting a lot of effort into my video games. He says, what's up? I'm just a small video game creator. Can you punch me in my kidney? Thanks.
Over time, we've poured more and more refuse into this vast digital landfill that we call the internet. It now vastly outnumbers and outweighs the things that are fresh and untainted and unused. When everything around us is cultural trash, trash becomes the new medium, the lingua franca of the digital age. And you can build culture out of trash, but only trash culture. B games, B movies, B music.
This guy probably went to philosophy school, dude. He went to college to learn philosophy.
This is what digital culture is. A monstrous mountain of trash, the ash heap of creativity's fountain. A landfill with everything we ever thought of in it. Grand.
He does got a point, though.
And unsorted.
You know, everything becomes trash, especially now. It feels like more than ever. People forget about things. They just stop caring. You know? I mean, that's always happened, to be fair, in life. People have always, when stuff is used up, they just stop caring. Also, I always see people avoid the floor here.
The pain I feel now is the happiness I had before. That's the deal. C.S. Lewis.
The pain I feel now is the happiness I felt before. Then if Foddy made this game and he's like, I'm gonna make people mad by making a game that's difficult again because, yeah. And then I'm gonna add my own philosophy lessons in it. That is like stuff that everybody knows by the middle school. Yeah, how about you get a real job? How about you go work at like McDonald's or something, Bennett Foddy? Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Why don't you go into like the hand compressing area where you crush your hand for 10 hours a day? So I always see people avoid the floor here. Is it true that it's like you can't go here? Because I always see people terrified to walk here, but you can go here. You could just be here. How about you pull yourself up by your bootstraps, Bennett Foddy? Huh? Yeah, I know your secrets. Am I gonna do this? I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna play the game normally.
There's 3D models of breakfast, Gen X's fanfic novels, scan magazines, green screen Shia LaBeouf, banned snuff scenes on LiveLeak. Facebook's got lifelike
LiveLeak
bots
doesn't
with
exist
unbranded
anymore.
adverts and candid shots of Kanye and Taylor Swift mashups, car crash epic fails.
Did you say Kanye West?
Dashcam vids, discussions of McRibs, discarded, forgotten, unrecycled, muddled, rotten, untitled. Everything's fresh for about 6 seconds, until some newer thing beckons, and we hit refresh. And there's years of persevering, disappearing into the pile, out of style, out of sight.
Out of mind.
In this context, it's tempting to make friendly content that's gentle, that lets you churn through it but not earn it. Why make something demanding if it just gets piled up in the landfill, filed in with the bland things?
You know what? I'm doing decent.
No.
I'm actually not doing terrible. I think I'm just happy because I'm like not stuck still. Even if I was, I would have kept going. Also, don't put me back down there. I will cry and scream like a little child. Don't put me back down there! You know what? I don't even know what I'm supposed to go to up there, to be fair. Alright, I have a theory about this game. I've never seen people talk about why things are the way they are in this game, but I have a theory. I believe that there was some kind of hurricane or tornado that came by, and that's why there's random junk everywhere. The reason why you're in a cauldron filled with water is because you got stuck in there. And now you gotta climb yourself up. I don't really know why. But that's just my theory. That's my Bennett Foddy theory. Bennett Foddy's the face of mascot horror. I don't know why I said that. I really don't. But it came to my mind and I felt like I had to say it. He might be Freddy Fazbear when you think about it. Would I hang out with Bennett Foddy? No, because he's probably not a good person. He's probably done really, like, awful things. That's why he's into philosophy. Most people start learning philosophy after they do awful things. You know? Or they go through, like, a heartbreak or something, and then they think they're really cool. And then, yeah. It's their way of coping with things instead of just actually dealing with it. Yeah, I just made fun of philosophers. What of it? I don't know why I'm being so aggressive towards Bennett Foddy. I'm really sorry.
I feel within me a peace
I kinda deserve
above
this,
all
actually.
earthly dignities, a still and quiet conscience. William Shakespeare.
Yeah, bro. I love William Shakespeare. You see, I'm not even mad. I'm not mad, guys. It's okay. Guys, I'm not mad. It's okay. Because mentally, I'm still up there, and I haven't processed the fall yet. out! See, that's me processing it. Is that the epic YouTube reaction you guys wanted? I don't know why I was being so mean to Bennett Foddy. I just would like to make an apology. I'd like to apologize for my what does he say? I don't remember. I'd like to apologize to Bennett Foddy for being mean, but you've probably heard worse. I don't know why I'm being so mean. I'm being a cyberbully. You should. Bennett Foddy's gonna call the cyber police on me. Do you think Bennett Foddy feels anger like we do, or do you think he's like a reptile? He definitely gives off Mark Zuckerberg vibes just from like the way he talks. I guarantee if you look him up, he has like curly hair too, like Mark Zuckerberg. And like those reptile eyes. I don't think Mark Zuckerberg's a reptile. But, I do think it was kind of weird when his skin turned green. That one time. And, he started eating crickets during that interview. That was a little weird. Bennett Foddy probably would do the same thing. Didn't he do that in one of his interviews? Bennett Foddy started eating crickets. He had like a lizard tongue. Yeah, dude. He's a reptile. Let me look him up right now. He looks so happy, dude. He actually was interviewed. He does look like a reptile. He made co-op. I remember playing that back in the day and I got really good at it. Back in the day. I learned like how to actually run in co-op because I watched a video on it and it really helped me. But yeah. That's all I ever had going for me, though. That was the only cool thing I've ever actually done in my life. I haven't done anything else. That was in elementary school and high school. I was like, guys, did you know I'm really good at co-op? And they'd be like, no flipping way, dude. No way, dude. Are you for real? You guys remember that whole perseverance thing I was talking about? How you keep getting better and better each time you try? I think that's what that means. Let me look that up. Because if I keep saying that... It's doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. You also just kind of keep learning each time. You notice how I'm actually doing better now, though, because I've learned a little bit. Despite my massive fall, and despite everything, I'm getting past this part a lot easier. I just want to thank Bennett Foddy for making this game. I appreciate it. You know, you're a pretty chill guy. I like the things you have to say. Probably more than anybody else. Because nobody is willing to listen to you, because if you watch any playthrough of this game, they end up muting you. Because they just end up disliking you a lot, and I think that's kind of what you're trying to do. Because that's your sense of humor. But I just want to say, Bennett Foddy, that I appreciate you. Despite your issues with you and the stuff that, you know, despite everything you've done to humanity, all the bad, I forgive you. Bro, I'm just tired, bro. I slept for 6 hours. Because I said I need to freaking get up a little bit earlier so I can play Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. Even though he's not here, I can feel his spirit with me. Bennett Foddy, give me strength. He low-key just gave me strength through this entire section. Because, like, when you think about it, I got through that part really fast. Like it was muscle memory.
I cannot now believe that you will ever feel better. But this is not true. You're sure to be happy again. And knowing this, truly believing it, will make you less miserable now. Abraham Lincoln.
That is a good... Actually, that is one of my favorite quotes that is in this game. The one by Abraham Lincoln. Knowing that you're not going to be miserable forever. You know, that's a really good quote. I remember when I used to be really stressed out. When I was younger, I had to be in some stressful situations. You know, I was really stressed out at school. I had a lot of social anxiety. One thing that helped me get through it was knowing that at the end of the day, I'm going to be back in bed, in the same bed, and I'm going to be comfortable again. And that can't be said for everybody else, for anybody else. You know, this pain will not last forever. And, you will truly begin to feel better. You might not even think that, but you will.
No.
You know? I had a lot of social anxiety growing up, and I had trouble talking to people, communicating with people. I still have a lot of social anxiety. But one thing that always helps me when I'm having a hard day is knowing I will be home. And no matter how painful things are, mentally, physically, I'll be home. And like I said, not everybody can have that. And it sucks. So I'm grateful, you know, and not everybody can be grateful for that either. Some people, they're so overcome with stress and terrible situations that thinking that doesn't even really help them. You know, and I live by that Abraham Lincoln quote a little bit. Because time heals, and it does suck. Because when you realize, you know, after you've healed, you realize how sad you've been for so long. But if you've gone through something genuinely terrible in your life, there's going to be a day where you... This is straight from Better Call Saul, a quote that I also live by. That you've gone through something terrible in your life, and you're going to be miserable for a long time, but there will come a day where you realize that that trauma you went through, that hard thing you went through, you're gonna realize that you stopped thinking about it even for like 10 minutes. And that's just proof that time heals. And that is like something that I live by as well. It sucks how long it takes to heal. Because truly, you don't always get over everything. It still comes back every now and then, but it's not as bad as it was. Sometimes it comes back a little bit, but yeah. I fell so far down again the same way as before. And I just don't even feel anything. You know why? Because I know I'm going to be back where I was before. My patience is what makes me strong. And I really thought that mentally this game was going to be a lot more than it has been so far. But I have not really felt angry. Matter of fact, it's kind of peaceful. Never mind. I'm just kidding. I'm at peace right now. This is my peace right here. Maybe I'm still... maybe I'm actually still processing that first fall. And the second one hasn't even, like, came through my brain yet. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm so mad still about that first fall. It just hasn't hit me yet. And I'm just, yeah. I was so focused on yapping, I didn't even... I just don't care. I'm getting decent, though. That's, like, what's making me happy. I say as I fall back down. But no, I'm getting through these parts despite me falling, like, a million times. I'm getting through them, like, just as, like, much quicker. I'm getting really good at the launching thing. My knuckles kind of hurt, though. I get tensed up. I got a notification. I got an Amazon notification. Oh. Never mind. See, I've been through worse things than this in life. I don't know how many of you have read the book Hatchet. But that was one of the first things that taught me how to deal with things in life that were hard, because like I said, I had a nice childhood, but I did have a lot of social anxiety, and there was hardships. There was hard moments in my childhood. And when I read the book Hatchet, there's this part where this tornado comes by. I can't remember if it was Hatchet or Brian's Winter. But a tornado comes by, and he's like, I dealt with a bear, I dealt with surviving out here. Nothing is gonna stop me. I don't remember if it was the bear he said that to, or if it was a tornado, but he's like, everything I've been through has been harder than what's happening now. There's no way that this is gonna take me down. And I just remember that so well. That was such an amazing book, and I really recommend it. I don't even care how old you are. It's like a book that I read in middle school that our teacher had us read, and I will never, like, forget my teacher showing us that, because he knew that that was like a book perfect for, like, kids to read. And I still think about that, you know. I've been through harder things than this in life. I am a lot stronger than I think I am. And nothing is gonna stop me. I am struggling with this part a little bit, though. But I've been through it like 4 times now, so it's fine. Thank you guys for 5 likes. That's a lot of likes. But yeah, sorry I was yapping about life. Bro, I'm getting over it. You don't have to diss me in the YouTube title. Bro, I'm getting over it too right now, dude. Like, for real. Have you seen this game before? Have you guys seen this before? I was gonna do a stupid bit, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. Because if somebody said, no, I haven't seen it before, I was gonna be like, alright, let me show you, and then I was gonna jump to the very beginning. Because I thought it would be funny. But I actually don't want to do that now. Because I'm probably gonna fall down there like 5 or 7 more times. Yeah, you have? Okay. That's good. No. Alright, guess I have to jump to the very beginning to show you. You know, I don't know why, but I have been getting kind of impatient with things. And I kind of was like thinking like, oh, maybe this game will help me. Maybe this will like teach me to get over stuff. And not just deal with it, but get over it. Bennett Foddy, I miss you. Come back. Why am I getting stuck here? Damn, okay. Yeah, this rock, it could probably not be here, and that would probably be nice. This rock right here, you see this? I don't need that here. And the first time I see this game, but I saw the beginning. It's okay, I didn't fully learn it. I have to learn it. I have to go through it 50 more times. I wouldn't be surprised if Bennett Foddy played that. I guarantee he listens to that. See, look, I made it. 'Cause every time I make fun of Bennett Foddy, good things happen to me. Actually, that's not true. The first time I started making fun of him, I fell. And lost like 20 minutes of progress. Or something like that. It's when I start talking I get better. Guys, give me a topic to talk about right now. Should I make a diss track on Bennett Foddy?
No.
You know what, dude? I'm gonna make fun of him, actually. Bennett Foddy? Philosophy. I guarantee you went to philosophy school. Bennett Foddy is a philosopher and a game designer. He has a background in moral philosophy specific studying the relationship between addiction and free will. Yep, I knew it, bro. Where did that get you, Bennett Foddy, huh? Where did that get you, Bennett Foddy? Huh? Did you learn anything good from taking philosophy lessons, Bennett Foddy? Did you learn how to get over it? I do like the whole like thing that he like learned.
The wall here has a way of getting harder the more times you try. I think anger makes you swing the hammer harder, and that can push you away from it. Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
Skyrim. You know, when I first played Skyrim, I didn't even know how to level up. I didn't. I'm sorry, Bennett Foddy. I'd like to apologize. Every time I hear about somebody taking philosophy, though, they regret it. But you know what, dude? Philosophy's cool. I've actually... I like philosophy. But I've gotten to the point where I studied up on philosophy on my own. I didn't take philosophy courses. Obviously, I don't know as much as he does about it. When I first played Skyrim, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Yeah, neither did I. I neither did too. Bennett Foddy, I swear to God! I think philosophy's cool, though. I like reading up on philosophy, but I'm not a philosopher. I will never claim to be. I just like reading about the things I've learned. I think philosophy is very good for, you know, if you want to get over something like addiction or some kind of sadness. I've definitely used philosophy lessons in, like, when I was depressed, like, last year. Actually, that was like 2 years ago. I was very depressed and philosophy helped me quite a bit. But, every time I hear somebody talking about, oh, I took philosophy classes, then they don't know what to do.
Do not
I'm sorry, Bennett Foddy.
I am not there. I did not die.
I'm sorry, Bennett Foddy. I'm not making fun of you, dude. I'm sorry, Bennett Foddy. Please, Bennett Foddy, get me away from these people. Bennett Foddy, if you can hear me, help. No, but what I was gonna say is, like, I feel like philosophy and stuff, like learning about free will and addiction, that's kind of cool. I kind of wish I took some kind of classes like that, actually. Every time I say something nice about him, then I start falling. I don't know what it is. Maybe I learn from negativity, actually. Maybe I'm just evil. But yeah, when I first played Skyrim, what I did was, I remember bringing the snow fox around because I thought the ragdoll physics were really funny on it. So I was walking around like the entire map of Skyrim with this snow fox because I thought it was funny. But yeah, learning about addiction and free will is cool. That's like, kind of wish I did that. I feel bad every time I make fun of him. That's not true. I don't actually care. See how I get better at this every single time, though? Everything in this game is a blessing. See that? You see that, guys? Yeah, I did it, man. No, I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing. I never went to college, Bennett Foddy. I never did. This part always messes me up, but eventually I'm gonna get so good at it. It'll be really easy. I just won't even think about it. But yeah, I definitely think that one thing that's really interesting about these games is there's a certain type of addiction to games, you know? Leveling up and stuff, and they've made games so easy nowadays. Not all games are really easy, and there's nothing wrong with liking easy games. But you get like eventually that addiction to like winning. You just get so used to it that it just doesn't feel like an accomplishment. So games like this, it really feels like an accomplishment, and I feel like he definitely, when he learned about addiction and whatnot, I think that he definitely had that in mind when creating the games he created, because he originally made Co-op. I think he made a game before Co-op, but that's the first time I've been introduced to Bennett Foddy. I didn't know who Bennett Foddy was when I played Co-op, though. And I got really good at Co-op. But this game, I'm not good at. But I am getting better. And getting over anything, including addiction, it's just like that, It's different for everybody, though. It gets easier as time goes on. And sometimes that feeling of that addiction comes back. Like you want it again. Like you want to relapse Like right now, I don't want to play this. I want to play like I want to go back to Crash Bandicoot. But instead, I'm putting myself through this. I was playing Crash Bandicoot before I started streaming. Well, I was playing it on stream, but then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna make this a game series on its own, because I feel like this is gonna be like a 20-part series. But tell him by the way I'm getting through. It's gonna be a 50. But you know what? There's a difference between me and like other YouTubers is that I don't get angry like that, man. And that's what I think makes me better. You know, I don't know how many of you guys have read the tortoise and the hare or whatever it is. The rabbit, he's really fast, right? But he's really confident because he's won so many times. He's overconfident. So he gets ahead in the race against the turtle, right? But the turtle, he's slow, but he keeps moving. And what happens is the rabbit, well, he is fast. He's like almost done. He's like at the finish line. He's like, you know what? I'm so confident. I'm gonna take a nap on this loser. So he takes a nap.
To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering.
He takes a nap.
Friedrich Nietzsche.
I didn't really fall down that far. It's okay. He takes a nap. And the turtle passes him and goes to the finish line. And then the rabbit wakes up and he's like, bruh, what? You're telling me the turtle beat me in a race? And the turtle's like, yeah, dude, you took a nap, bro. What did you think was gonna happen, bro? Like, come on, man, for real? Be for real right now, dog. That's what the turtle said. And then what ended up happening is,
Life is a mosaic of pleasure and pain. Grief is an interval between two moments of joy.
what ended up...
Peace is the interlude between two wars. You have no rose without a thorn.
Dog,
The
I'm
diligent
talking about
digger
my
will
own
avoid
stuff
the
right now,
priest
dude.
and
I'm telling
gather
the story.
flower. Satya Sai Baba.
What ended up happening is, you know, the rabbit, you know, after the race, he lost. And then, the rabbit ended up popping a cap in his ass. He shot him down in the streets of Detroit. It's really unfortunate what happened to the turtle. You know, he won the race, but the rabbit was so jealous he shot the turtle. And, the turtle had died, you know. He was not fast enough to outrun a bullet. And the rabbit shot him down, so, yeah, rest in peace, turtle, dude. Horace. You will be missed. But, God wanted one of his angels a lot sooner. That did not happen. That did happen. The turtle was shot down in the streets of Detroit by the rabbit. That's what happened at the end of the story, man.
Sorrow is my own yard, where the new grass
This is the beginning
flames
of the
as
game.
it has flamed often before, but not with the cold fire that closes round me this year. William Carlos Williams.
Bro has William in his name twice.
the fuck out of here!
See how quick I'm getting through this part though? Remember how hard I struggled just getting up here? Before though? Like for real? I think the process of the first fall is still like not hit me yet. I don't know, man. Maybe I am just nonchalant and cool like that, you know what I mean? Maybe I just caught a vibe, as they say. As you young folks say. Caught a vibe. Is that what they say? Thank you guys for 6 likes. I'm nonchalant and cool and I caught a vibe. I'm gonna be 25 this year, dog. Give me a break. I don't want to be 25. I don't want to be. You know, last night... I don't want to hear you talk, Bennett Foddy. Just let me talk, bro. Just let me talk. Okay? You cannot silence me. Last night I had a realization that I was like a fully grown adult and not really a teenager anymore. And I said, I gotta start taking care of myself. Dang, 7 likes? That's a lot. And I said, I gotta start taking care of myself. So, yeah, man. Anyways. I'm not gonna talk. Is getting over it dead now? Yes. That's why I'm playing it. That's one of the things he talks about in the game. He's like, everything gets thrown away after it's been used. Bro, I keep falling on... Okay, never mind. Sorry. I'm not mad. It's okay, I was just joking. Do you want it to be dead? I do. I hate this game, dude. I'm just kidding, I love this game, I love it. Thank you, Bennett Foddy, for making this blessing of a game. I'm learning so much philosophy in this. I'm better than everybody else because I know philosophy. That makes me just a perfect human being. Because I love philosophy. Bennett Foddy, let me give you a little reality check, dog. Are you cold air? Because you make me cold in the summer. I'm going to take a second to process what that could even mean. Okay, I'm done processing. My answer is no. Anyways, Bennett Foddy? I have a bone to pick with you, dog. You think you're so intelligent, you went to school for philosophy, which you probably regret. You know? I don't have an addiction. I'm so morally high... I'm morally high standing. Whatever it's called. Because I've never done anything wrong, I can judge others. And now I'm gonna make this video game and put all my philosophy lessons that I learned, which were worthless, by the way. Nobody actually cares about the philosophy lessons. I do. I think they're cool. You know, I like them, but I've heard them a bunch. But I don't think you're better like you think you are, son. I have things. I possess things that you could possibly never understand, but it's funny. I'm sorry. I'm making myself laugh so hard, dude. Anyways, Bennett Foddy, I hope those philosophy
Of all
lessons
sad words of
protected you
tunnel
from all the hate
the
mail you
saddest
got
of
for
these.
making this game.
It might have been. John Greenleaf Whittier.
Because I'm sure you got a lot of it. I hope you're mentally prepared for that. I'm not saying it's good to hate on it. That's not what I meant by that. I feel bad for you, Bennett Foddy. Because you're so morally high standing, you know? I gotta put my name in the title because I'm Bennett Foddy. Does everybody remember me from the game Co-op? Does everybody remember that? Do people remember Co-op? Do you guys remember me? Your childhood game? It's me, Bennett Foddy. I made a video game one time. It was funny because I'm such a funny guy. I'm Bennett Foddy. I guarantee Bennett Foddy had a divorce in his life. I guarantee. Okay, now I'm getting too personal. I'm sorry, Bennett Foddy. That one was rough. That one was mean. I don't know, dude. Maybe you're like happily married. I don't know if you've ever been in a relationship. I don't know if you've ever been married. You know, but I'm sure that everything I say is you're probably fine. You know, because your philosophy lessons probably prepared you for this exact situation of me bullying you online. I'm sure you predicted this exact situation because, you know, you believe humans are predictable. You're literally a villain, Bennett Foddy. You are literally General Grievous, dog. Look at Amir. That's what you look like. You look like General Grievous from Star Wars. I can't stand you people, man. I can't stand people like you, Bennett Foddy. I know things. I know people. I'm Bennett Foddy. I took philosophy class. Taking philosophy means that I'm prepared for the rest of my life to deal with hard things because I was never prepared in the first place because I'm a pussy! Wow, that one kind of hurt. Yeah, that's his reaction to me saying all that. Give me a second, guys. Hey, Bennett Foddy, take this! Punches you in the nose. Yeah, I bet your philosophy didn't predict that one, did it? I guarantee you weren't prepared for that. When I meet you, I'm gonna be like, are you the guy who made Getting Over It? Are you the philosopher who made the video game Getting Over It? You are. Those marbles on the ground, it makes you fall, and cartoon sound effects play. Yeah, I bet your philosophy didn't predict that one, dude.
If you try to please audiences, uncritically accepting their tastes, it can only mean that you have no respect for them.
Drops
Andre
anvil on your
Tarkovsky.
head and flattens you like a cartoon character, and then pulls out a freaking air pump to turn you back to normal. Yeah, take that, dog. You know why I dislike you so much, Bennett Foddy? You know why? Because I used to think the same way as you. I thought my philosophy... You know, I really don't know the way he thought, but I used to think my philosophy was just so good. The way I thought was so good, but it turned out that it just kind of made me look like an asshole. And I'd kind of doubt he's like this. But that's the way I used to think. I used to tell people like these little philosophy lessons. You know, thinking, oh, this is going to help them. And they needed actual advice. You know, I used to be into philosophy. I read this philosopher one time. I'm sure it'll help you through your depression. That was my biggest issue. Was not even trying to comprehend how other people felt about things. But I've gotten a little bit over that. You know, getting over it with Bennett Foddy, you know what I mean? So how about you take a piece of your own advice, Bennett Foddy, and I don't know what I'm saying anymore, dude. But yeah, I did try to like... I kind of was like morally grandstanding or whatever it's called in a way, because I would be... This is like... When I was depressed, when I was into philosophy. Like a freaking nerd. I used to be like, I'd give people like philosophy advice instead of like actual advice, basically, because the philosophy helped me, but I don't think that's what they wanted to hear. When I should have just been myself and gave them advice from my heart instead of trying to be this wise person.
Iced tea.
Dog, this is like the 4th time I've fallen down that hole. I'm not getting over it. I was a real... just... I was really not a good person when I was like that. And it wasn't even like on purpose, I just didn't realize. And that does not make it better. I still use philosophy and stuff like that in life situations and stories and stuff, because that's the way I've always coped with a lot of hard things. Not by advice people have told me, but like by stuff I've read and watched. And that's just how I've dealt with like a lot of stuff. And I'm not the best person to ask advice from. But I will listen. Why did I just fall down like that, dog? Yep, just fall all the way down again. Guys, if I switch the game, will you follow me? Because I am really, I want to keep streaming still. But I don't know if I want to play this no more. I want to get to like further ahead. And then I'm going to stop, I think. I'm going to switch over to like Crash Bandicoot again. Because, I was enjoying that. Oh boy. I will say this though, sometimes, you know, for me at least, you know, it doesn't work for everybody, but sometimes dealing with stuff, there's only some stuff that only you can get through and you can't rely on for others. And, that's pretty much the best advice I can give. Sometimes you gotta learn stuff on your own, I suppose. And that's not always a good thing either. It can be quite lonely. And I've never been alone, you know. I've had friends and family. But there's only some stuff, you know, in life that only you can get over on your own. And that's just the truth. Alright. We're gonna get up here again. See how decent I got at this? Never mind. It's that last part that I always, like, fall off of.
Oh no.
You know, I'm kind of curious on how long this takes other people. I need to watch, like, somebody play this game again. I remember Queso played this game. I need to watch him play, because he's funny. You know what? I did watch him play. I remember that one time he fell from, like, the same spot I've been falling from. He was, like, dancing, and then he fell, and he just hit his desk. That made me laugh really hard. See, I came into this game thinking I was cool because I wasn't getting angry. I'm not angry. I'm livid. Guys, look! There's another pot in the background. Okay, let me not mess around. Let me lock in. Hey guys, it's me, Bennett Foddy. Welcome. Let me just settle myself down right here. My arm is starting to hurt. Low-key. I've been streaming this for almost 2 hours, so I think I'm gonna stop playing this, and, I think we're gonna stream something else. I hope it continues from exactly where it was. It does. Okay, cool. Oops. I just want to quit. So I'm gonna start up another stream. I don't know how many of you guys are still here. And I'm gonna play it. So yeah, I'm gonna end this one here. And we're gonna start up another stream again. So yeah. I shall see y'all in the next one. Peace out, be safe, and goodbye. Thank you guys for watching Getting Over It Part 1. I'm going to keep this one up, so if anybody wants to rewatch it or whatever, it'll be up. And whatnot. So, yeah. Thank you guys, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, be safe, and goodbye.